Let's talk then about the demise of Setanta. It's had a massive knock-on effect. Well, we know what it's done to both the Premier and Scottish Premier League football. What impact will the loss of the channel have on boxing, though? The broadcaster this week going into administration, failing to make a number of payments to sporting organisations as well. They've stopped broadcasting to customers in Great Britain. Steve, you're right in the middle of this. What effect does this Setanta going into administration have on the sport?
Well, I think it's a dreadful. I mean, I would say this. Obviously, I'm biased. You know, I had a show on it that ran for 12 months. We had over 230 different guests, from Don King all the way through to Lennox Lewis as personal guests, either in the studio or live. That was good enough. That got repeated 3 times. That was a nice enough show, and we covered everything. We didn't just cover Setanta fights. We covered fights on all channels. That's from a personal point of view, which I think really benefited, and so do most people in boxing. Really benefited the sports. Plus, we had nearly 40 live shows each year. 8 or 9 domestic. We had we talked about Margarito and Cotto earlier on. Well, all of those fights, Cotto against Clottey, Cotto losing to Margarito, Margarito beating Cotty, and Mosley beating Margarito, were all on Setanta in the last 18 months. It has become, and I'm not bigging up myself here, I'm not bigging up Setanta because it's gone, and otherwise it's just wishful boasting.
I'll tell you what, someone else has been bigging you up, though. Bring back Bunce.com, I was on the internet earlier.
It's a phenomenon. It's nothing to do with me, that site. Bring back Bunce. .net.
Oh, is it .net?
Absolutely sensational. but I think my gut feeling is that I think in the 18 or 2 years that boxing was on Setanta, I think it came to dominate, and that's not.
But Mike, we were talking in the office earlier on this afternoon about the effect on boxing. David Hay, we were discussing in terms of his promoting as well. He's got all these young boxers coming through, and these would have been potential outlets for his fighters, which he now has said already taken away from him.
And on the evidence of the 2 or 3 shows that Haymaker Promotions, as they are, have put on, they're really strong shows, as are the shows on ITV4 that Mick Hennessy has been putting on for Hennessy Sports, and it looks like they might be going as well. So the sport is losing a really hefty showcase here, and what's really important about it is that the sport has just started to find a home on satellite TV or on ITV4. The big channels, BBC and ITV1, in recent years have either left it alone or cherry-picked. So it's about finding a home on satellite TV for the bread and butter part of the sport, and that's where it's been for so long now. And remember, you know, the importance of satellite TV. A certain Ricky Hatton has never thrown so much as a jab on terrestrial TV. That's how important it has been to the development and the survival of this sport in this country, and it's a huge blow.
Steve, final word from you.
And the fans, as the joke says, the fans are truly revolting. Online, dozens of websites, mostly a site called East Side.
Oh, revolting! I thought you were having a go at them.
No, trust me, they are going ballistic, both at the attempt by ITV to pull away, but more importantly, by Setanta's sudden disappearance.
Steve Bunce, Mike Costello, always good to see you. 5 live.